Hello, it's Kelly here to do another version or episode of From Shirley's Cottage. Sharing columns and recipes that my mom wrote for the Cambridge newspaper in Cambridge, Wisconsin for 17 years. She did a story and then a little recipe at the end, and she thinks she did about 1,000. About 1,000 columns. So last week, if you saw it, I actually sat with my mom in my kitchen and we talked and we had so much fun. So I'm hoping that she'll be able to do that with us again when we can. I have my mom every third weekend, so hopefully that will work out. But the one I'm going to share today, I'm going to post this tomorrow on Sunday, but today is actually Saturday, November 28th, my birthday, my 60th birthday. And I found the recipe that my mom wrote one year for my birthday. I think it said it was from 2003 or 4. So, not to make you wait any longer. Okay, last weekend we did orange spaghetti. This one happens to be my own spaghetti that I make from scratch, that I kind of made up, and that's the recipe today. So I'll read the story, and then if you want to have paper and pencil ready, maybe someday I'll actually cook a recipe, but I don't know. So right now, from Shirley's Cottage, hometown news. In our family, there are 2 birthdays in November. Sam, my grandson, was in the first week. Kelly, his mom, was in the last week. I was wondering if it was self-serving to celebrate my family's birthdays in this column. Then one day at the gas station, I ran into one of my Lake Road neighbors, a handsome young man. I was flattered that he read from the cottage. He said he enjoys reading about the family. That was enough for me. Then my daughter said, "Mom, I don't need a present. Just give me my recipe." I couldn't deny a request like that. Kelly is my daughter living in Arizona, liking it, but loving and missing the lake. She is the middle girl. There is a kid brother too. The kids used to say she had the middle child syndrome. In those days, I was too busy raising kids to read books about such things. Whatever the syndrome is, she got the good part. She turned out just fine. That reminds me of a book I did read. Do you remember Art Linkletter? As I said, I didn't read many books back then, but I did read one that he wrote about his family and his television show. Kids say the darnest things. He had a marvelous quote in the book that he used for a lot of years. It fits for the grandchildren too. Art writes about his 5 kids. His kids would accuse him of having one of their other siblings as his favorite. When one of Art's kids would confront him, he would answer, "My favorite is the one I am with at the time." She said that last week. At this time, Kelly, I am with you. Happy birthday. I love you. One of Kelly's favorite recipes is her own spaghetti. It can be made quickly and lends itself to both meat eaters and vegetarians. So that was a really sweet article from my mom. Makes me want to cry. But here's my spaghetti sauce. You'll need, I don't know how she put the measurements in here because I really don't measure anything, but you'll need half a cup of chopped celery, onions, and I do shredded carrots. I'm just going to tell you and start reading it because she has it in here, but I don't know. So pour olive oil, to cover the bottom of the pan. And you want to brown together shredded carrots, celery. I know celery sounds weird. Paige and my niece Jade don't like celery, so I used to do big chunks just to get the flavor and then take it out, but I really like when it has the sliced celery in there. So shredded carrots, onions, celery, garlic. Brown all that in the oil. I just season the heck out of it. Salt, pepper, Italian herbs, whatever you want to put in there. After it all gets brown, then I pour in red wine. I don't measure. Pour as much red wine as you want. Let's see if she has half a cup of sangria. I mean, that could be good. I've used sweet, and I will tell you this spaghetti sauce is sweet. You don't have to make it that way, but it's really good. So add the wine, let everything simmer you know, kind of cook down into the wine. And then I do specifically a big can of Hunt's tomato sauce, Hunt's, and then either do diced or stewed tomatoes, whichever you like better. I do like the stewed tomatoes. This is just for like a family serving, like maybe 4 or 5. I have doubled everything before and it feeds quite a bit. But do stewed tomatoes, the tomato sauce. I have done just a small can of tomato paste and just let all that simmer down. Do basil, oregano, any of your favorite herbs. And then here's the kicker, sugar. Put sugar in there. I don't know how much, maybe a 1/4 cup of sugar, and just simmer, simmer, simmer. It is always better the second day after it has sat. And then the other key ingredient is specifically Bob Evans sage sausage. That's the key, Bob Evans sage sausage. So if I don't want to do all of that, then I'll mix it with some ground hamburger, you know, just brown both of that, you know, just crumbled, and then add that to the sauce. That's really good over whatever kind of pasta you desire. So that was an article that my mom wrote for me for my birthday in 2003, I believe it was, and it's Kelly's spaghetti sauce. So I hope you enjoyed today's little column from Shirley's Cottage, and as we go forward, I hope to do things a little bit differently, maybe spice it up a little bit. I don't know what else to do besides sitting here and reading them because I'm not going to take the time to cook. I might, if I do make something, I'm going to make it, I'll share it with you. Otherwise, I got to get back to the sewing studio. So you guys all have a good day, okay? Bye-bye.